Wow, what an amazing, amazing victory we had. This is probably my favorite game of the whole season, even though I thought that maybe the game against Philly, where we beat Philly on Halloween Eve, that was my favorite game. But this one, I don't know, it probably tops it. I mean, another amazing road win. Just such an entertaining game where the momentum shifts and you're on the edge of your seat, and it's a classic rivalry. And one of the teams I hate more than any other team is the Steelers, and to get a win over them is just unbelievable. It's a great late birthday gift for me. And wow, so many things went right. We did a lot of the things I said in the pregame, of course, like using Ezekiel Elliott, which we did, and committing to using him as our main weapon. And he had that beautiful screen pass where he ran all the way for a touchdown. That was amazing. I just love Zeke. I mean, there's just nothing like him. And then, of course, Dak, he had that, he started off the game with that, where he fumbled, lost the ball on the first drive. But that's okay. He didn't throw any picks or anything like that, didn't fumble again. And he was smart. He remained calm. And, that's the thing. Even when Dak makes a mistake like that by fumbling, he still is able to come back and we're still able to win. He makes mistakes, but even when you make mistakes, we're still able to win. Not to mention that the referees were against us like they always are. If you play against the Steelers, the refs are always going to be pro Pittsburgh like they always are. That's probably one of the main reasons why they have 6 rings. But aside from that, I mean, all the odds were against us and we still pulled it out. Thanks to Ezekiel Elliott and his phenomenal playing, and everything that he does is right. Defensively, once again, we had some holes. We didn't get a lot of pressure on Big Ben, but we still, the difference between the previous seasons is that we could never make a defensive stop, whereas this year, when we need a defensive stop, we finally get it, whether it's a sack or an interception or a fumble recovery. In this case, it was a sack, and that combined with the fact that the Steelers weren't able to make any of their 2-point conversions, so that helped us. And wow, just so many amazing things happen. I keep saying the word amazing, but I mean, I can't think of anything else. I mean, amazing, phenomenal, awesome. Just, we did everything we needed to do. And it was just like everything, the momentum just kept going back and forth. And then obviously there was a point in the game where I thought that we might lose. I was like, oh shit, especially when we scored too quickly. And then they just came right back. And I got a touchdown on us, and then, then finally they called a penalty for us because there was a face mask. There's all kinds of horrible calls. It was like, finally, you actually called that face mask. You finally called a penalty against the fucking Steelers. So got that, and I said, okay, now we got the call. We finally got a call, blatant face mask. And then, now with that last play with Zeke, the last touchdown, I thought that he would go for maybe 5 to 10 yards and then we would call a quick timeout and just kick the field goal and win it. But he just, all the way through, he found that little crease and then just boom. And I was like, oh! It was just running all over around the living room, and just, that was just the best, everything. Just the screen pass that Zeke did and then the final touchdown for Zeke was awesome. Just you can't, it's the cherry on top. You can't, it's just like, doesn't get any better than that. What a perfect ending to an amazing, there's that word again, amazing, but it was rivalry game, so entertaining, so close, just like how I thought it would be close. I knew that they weren't going to kill us 45-3, but we weren't going to kill them either. I knew it was going to be neck and neck, and it was. But yeah, offensively, we did everything right. Everybody got involved. Dez had another big touchdown to Dez. That was another great play. Probably one of my favorite plays of the game as well. That was just amazing. I keep saying amazing, but it is. I can't even, the game was just off the charts with from top to bottom, with the offense. We're doing everything right with Zeke and Dak and spreading the ball around and the wealth around to Dez and Witt and Bees and everybody. And then defensively again, they're kind of shaky, but they're good enough. They're good enough to win, and they're good enough to make crucial plays when we need them, and they have. They've been doing that all year, and that's the difference here. And yeah, so everything went right, and they did everything right. And Dak didn't throw any interceptions or do any stupid plays or do anything like that. And in regards to the whole Dak and Romo situation, I think it's not even, we shouldn't even debate it anymore. I think it is Dak's job, and that's why Romo hasn't come back. He probably could have came back in the Cleveland game. But I think it's pretty much a done deal now. That Dak's the starter. All you Romo sexuals out there, like all you girls that had a crush on Romo, back in high school, and you still have a crush on him, dude, fucking, you can still have a crush on him, but he ain't gonna play anymore. Fuck it. He needs to think about his wife and kids, and not, he's fragile. You don't need him to get hurt. Let him just quit, retire. He'll have a good retirement pension. He's already made enough money. He can retire and be with his kids and not have to worry about getting some sort of serious injury. Because if you bring him back, he's going to get hurt again or throw another interception and choke in the playoffs like he always does. Fuck that. I'd rather Dak go in there. We have a fresh players, new players. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just stick with what we're doing. Don't kill our momentum. Don't kill the chemistry and the brotherhood and this blossoming of youthful players that we have. And then bringing Romo in is like, oops, well, you have to worry about his rust, and you have to worry about him getting injured, and you have to worry about him choking. Why do that when we can put in a fresh face like Dak and Ezekiel Elliott and everybody else that's been blossoming and making plays in this year on this new Dallas Cowboys team? Really, the only one is Jason Witten. He's the only superstar veteran that's been around forever that we can still count on, and there's no problem with him. Everybody else, though, it's a youth movement. So there's absolutely no need in having Romo back. That'd be season suicide, and that'd be the dumbest thing they could ever do. So, hey, Jerry, if you want to lose in the playoffs again in the fucking divisional round like you always do under Romo, put Romo back in. But if you want to go further, then put in Dak. Even if Dak, like say we go to the NFC Championship game and we lose, you know what? That's good enough for me because you know what? Then we go back. It'll be disappointing, but Dak is just a rookie. We have tons of time, and we have our team. And then we go to the draft, and then we draft all defense. We get another defensive end, defensive tackle, maybe some more guys in the secondary, and then we go back. Then we have our defense that we need, and then we can go win a Super Bowl. I don't know if we'll do that this year or not, but we can get further in the playoffs. Romo's never been to an NFC title game ever. He can't get past the divisional round. Dak, I think, can make it to the NFC title game. So, that's the whole thing. And if Romo, I don't think any team is going to pick him up because he's fragile. Maybe the Jets, maybe the Jaguars, or somebody like that if they're desperate. They just want to see what he can do. But other than that, no. He should just retire after the season. And it's Dak's show. It's obviously Dak's team now. It's just there's no way. I mean, look at that. Why kill all of that momentum and all that chemistry that we've built thus far? It's already obvious that Dak's the man. And he is. And as the same thing is with Zeke, and the defense with Byron Jones and David Irving and everybody. Who else made some plays on the defense? Mostly Irving, and then Malik Collins was another one. But yeah, all of those guys. And then Sean Lee, of course. Anthony Brown looked pretty good. I like what I'm seeing from him. He's a 6th rounder. I love what I'm seeing from him and everybody else. Byron Jones. So yeah, they're not the best defense, but they're good enough. And our offense is definitely good enough. And special teams look pretty good too. So it's all good. So no need to change anything at all. And so that's it. We're looking good. We're playing good. We're doing what we're supposed to be doing with the run and with Zeke and everything else. And Dak making smart decisions. And yeah, so I'm just overwhelmed and overjoyed, and yeah, so it's just, I really thought, this would be a scary game. I thought that we could lose this, and we could have lost this, but the Steelers shot themselves in the foot by they kept going for it on 2-point conversions, and then their defense sucks. So much for the Pittsburgh going to the Super Bowl. I don't think the Steelers are not going to the Super Bowl. Everybody picks the Steelers to go to the Super Bowl. They're not going to the Super Bowl. They can make a wild card or something like that, but they're not going far in the playoffs, especially the way the Patriots play, even though the Patriots lost. But you got the Patriots in there, you got the Chiefs, you got the Raiders. Who would have thought the Raiders would be this good? So no, there's plenty of other teams that can beat the Steelers in the first round of the playoffs if they make it to the playoffs. So they're not going to go to the Super Bowl. They're shit. Their defense is shit. So, Yeah, but we're going to make it to the playoffs, and we're already on the road to getting the number one in the NFC East, get the division championship, get a first round bye, home field advantage in the playoffs. We'll either play the Seahawks or the Falcons or maybe the Giants, maybe the Eagles. But other than that, you know, just bring it. I'm ready for it. So we already beat the Steelers. I thought we would lose to the Steelers possibly, but we didn't. So we're doing everything right. Even if we make a couple of mistakes here and there, we still. Not to mention that the referees were not on our side. So that's another thing, and we still won. So you got to be proud, man. It's just, and the way that our team, again, those young guys, there's a brotherhood. There's a new energy with this youth movement. Like when they were doing the mannequin challenge and all that, and they joke with each other. They hang out with each other. They're laughing. They're brothers. They have chemistry. They're friends. Everything. It's just like the '90s Cowboys when they were young and hungry. And these guys like Zeke and Dak, they're young and hungry, and they have passion, and they have everything that this team has needed for a very long time. So I'm absolutely happy. It's a great late birthday gift for me, and I'm just so happy. It's just unbelievable how this youth movement has completely turned our team around, and now we're not the same old Cowboys that we've had for a decade. We finally have a breath of fresh air. We have something new, and that's just. It's what we've been needing for a long time, and I'm so glad that we finally have it. And we're playing Dallas Cowboys football finally, and we're going to keep it up. We got the Ravens next up. It's going to be another tough game. It's at home. I'm going to pick us to win here, but it'll be another tough game. We got a lot more tough games coming up, but I think we can handle most of them. Will we lose one or two more games? Possibly, but hey, we're still going to win the division, I think, and have number one seed in the playoffs on the NFC side and home field advantage. So, I think we're going to continue to dominate. We might get a loss here and there, but it's not going to kill our season. So I really want to I want to get some revenge on the fucking Giants and beat the Redskins on Turkey Day and all that. But, I think we'll be all right, man. It's just... I don't see us fucking up anymore. I think we are, unless they put Romo back in. But aside from that, we're doing unbelievable. And so I couldn't be happier. But anyway, so that's that for the Pittsburgh. One team I fucking hate back in the grave. Just like the 49ers, just like the Eagles. Hopefully we'll be the Giants. We'll split the difference with those assholes. And get the Redskins on Turkey Day. But aside from that, hey, we're doing good. We're going to keep it up. Keep fighting. Keep that youth movement going and the chemistry going and everything that we need. We're doing it. And again, we're playing Dallas Cowboys football, how it's supposed to be. So next up, bring on them Baltimore Ravens. I'll be at home, and I'll be coming up, and it should be another tough game too. So we'll see what happens. They were able to beat the Steelers as well, so they'll probably be even tougher than the Steelers, except it's at home. So. We'll see. It'll be a great game. I'll get into that later on in the week. And then my picks I'll do probably tomorrow or Wednesday. And then Friday or Saturday I'll do my pregame video. But anyway, so that's that. Perfect. No complaints at all. So go Cowboys and Cowboys Nation. This is great. Keep up the youth movement. Dak Attack. Easy Zeke. Feed me more. And underrated defense as well. So... top to bottom, no complaints. I love it. Cowboys Nation. Peace.